Well, Indiana public broadcasting stations are expanding statewide news coverage thanks to more than $1.7 million in grants. That infusion of funding will also allow IPBS to roll out a new statewide daily radio talk show. And for more, let's chat now with IPBS Executive Director Mark Newman. Mark, thanks. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Let's talk about these grants. $1.7 million, significant infusion to allow for that really statewide expansion of news coverage.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and it really speaks to the engagement of the 9 radio stations that we have across the state. WFYI, of course, being one of those, but we are in major markets throughout Indiana, and now we have an opportunity to really focus on the issues that Hoosiers are interested in hearing about.
And so we're talking about content certainly on the radio side, on the TV side, and as I mentioned in the introduction there, talking about a daily radio talk show where you can really get to some of those issues on an Indiana localized level.
Yeah, a daily talk show, a call-in show, will be broadcast throughout the state of Indiana. A lot of the details are still in the development process, but again, it gives us a unique opportunity to talk about and hear from Hoosiers about what they want to talk about.
As you look at the timing of this, we see the headlines almost weekly of, for lack of a better term, traditional media or for-profit media, whatever you want to describe it, contracting. And that the model in some cases, not all, in some cases not working. And this comes at a lot of concern about news coverage and where it's coming from, where it's going away from in many cases. I would assume you see this as something that kind of address that. Yeah,
you know, we're in a unique position. I think the trustworthiness of the reporting that is done through public broadcasting, public media, the respect that this media has, the in-depth reporting that is done through it, I think that speaks to the why that Indiana Public Broadcasting has had this opportunity.
Talk about, as you look at coverage, and certainly a lot of positive things going on around the state, some challenges as well as you look at workforce, you look at the opioid crisis, you look at education, some of these issues. As you look at the potential for news coverage, and some of those areas are going to be kind of front burner issues?
Yeah, we'll have 6 embedded reporters throughout the state, each focusing on a different specialty area. You named some that are really important. Workforce, not only workforce development, but the attraction and the retention, the preparation part, the education part, all of that will be a focus point. And of course, health issues, things related to the opioid epidemic that we're confronted with, but things related to arts and culture as well, the economy. So a number of issues and things will be focused.
All right, we only have about 30 seconds left, but got to ask you, this is a new role for you. Previously, you were at the Indiana Department of Tourism, really leading tourism efforts around the state. That, many people say, can continue to be a real important part of the economy.
It can be. I think it's still one of those untapped assets for our state as a revenue generator, as an economy builder. So I hope to see great things happen as we move forward.
Well, we'll be looking forward to watching WFYI and the IPB network around the state of Indiana grow with $1.7 million in grants. Mark Newman, Executive Director of IPBS. Thanks for joining us as always. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
All right.